Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, today, me and my best friend are going to do a recording about all things spiritual, but it's really going to be about huntings. So me and my best friend was just having this conversation about this client who reached out to me earlier who stays in Massachusetts. When I was talking to the client, she was telling me basically everything that was going on in her situation, and she was asking, could I help her because she's like in real spiritual need of help. So I did do a reading. It is a very long reading. It is a little over an hour long, probably more than an hour long because I haven't edited the video yet, so I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but I know it's over an hour. And with this video, it's just like me trying to get out all the information I can because she wanted me to do a reading for her, and I was like, well, why don't I do a reading for you and others? You know what I'm saying? That can help other people. And Brittany, you can chime in at any moment, but it was more so like I'm telling this lady, and this lady's telling me, she's like, yeah, I live in Massachusetts, and it's crazy here. Like, people don't understand the level of spiritual activity. And I'm like, I keep telling people not to go to Massachusetts. I don't know. Most people are really obsessed with Massachusetts because of the witch trials and all the witchy activity. However, they're not understanding, or overstanding that going to Massachusetts, you're not just going to come back and say you had a good time and you learned about this and you learned about that. Because as my friend just said, there is history everywhere, but you're going to come back with a good 10,000 plus attachments because of all the people that died there, all the horrible things that happen in these areas. So you guys need to really be educated on um the fact that there is high spiritual activity everywhere on this planet within this realm, because as I've been saying in my videos, there's always been a war between good and evil,
Right.
and if you watch Supernatural, like I said in the reading, you'll see that demons don't need permission to enter your body, you know and even when I was living in Texas, that Texas was where I first experienced seeing demonic forces and spirits. And through seeing those is how I ended up meeting Marie Laveau. And this was as a child, at 5 years old. And once I turned five, I started seeing all these things and I was scared. I was crying. And my parents, the same day I told them, that my parents who raised me was like, look, we finna do this protection ritual. You're not even going to school today. And what happened within that situation can be found. I'll link it below in the description. But it was just crazy how I was a kid and I'm experiencing this level of activity. It's not something I understood. It's not something that I could talk to any friend I had about it. I couldn't talk to anyone about it but the people within my tribe, my spiritual parents. That was it, because no one else understood. And the house that we were living in, I feel like it was haunted because the man who made those houses in that particular area, he made that house for his wife. Now, his wife did agree to my mom's offer, which was she would pay them more than what the house was worth. She gave them $500,000 for the house. Well, I still feel like the lady felt some type of way because when I tell you that house has so many spiritual occurrences, like there was never a normal day or a quiet day in that house. You know what I'm saying? It could be 3 o'clock in the morning and the toilets were flushing. You could hear people walking down the hall. My uncle, he did have Alzheimer's, which was um my mom Connie B, her brother. But I don't care what nobody say, this man was completely there. he wasn't going like people thought he was going. And this man would literally, like, I would go in there to give him water, take him his food, and be like, "Here, Uncle Curtis, I got your food." And there was so many times where he grabbed my arm. Now, for this man to be suffering from emphysema, and if you don't know what emphysema is, it's a sickness that you can get from smoking cigarettes. Now, my uncle, y'all, he had his own barbershop. Why he smoked cigarettes like this, I don't know, but he used to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Jeez,
Right. And
crazy. Okay.
right. And that's what led to him having emphysema. Now, I don't know what he was going through, because whatever he was going through, he had to be going through this way before then. Now, I do remember when my uncle stayed like in his top notch condo and everything. And he was really on it, but then he had this illness later on, and it really took a hold of him. But back to when he grabbed my arm, he was like, "The spirits in this house won't let me rest. The forces in this
Mm,
house won't let me rest. The demonic spirits in this house won't let me rest." And in my mind, I'm like, how in the hell is there any demonic presence with my mama and my daddy here? Because they are high ranking priests and priestesses. But see, the thing was, the spirits never mess with them. They
right.
never messed with my mom or my dad. They used to mess with all of us. And I was like, well, what the hell did we do? Like, how did I piss y'all off so I can make this right? Y'all need an offering. You need some food. You hungry? Would you like a cup of orange juice? Like, what is really going on? But then I realized that my brother, who is my foster brother, which I have to call him, these people, my foster family, even though I was never adopted, this is still the family I was fostered into. Long story short, my parents did not want me. It was too many prophecies over me. They were scared of me. They saw abilities coming through me as a baby. I scared them. They got rid of me, and they gave me to their priests and priestess. Okay, bam, everybody's on board now. um Even their children were scared of me and my abilities. Like, they would call me a devil, call me a witch, call me all these things, because they did not understand. Now, my father, who is my mom's husband, had a church. Okay, and again, these are the people who raised me. um but they had a non-denominational church, and which means they didn't judge anybody by their religion, color, creed, anything. Like, whatever faith you were welcome. But he would never refer to himself as a pastor or a preacher. He would more so refer to himself as a teacher. And the majority of his I guess you call it, his talks, what he would talk about, um they were all like spiritual experiences. So I would ask my daddy, most people call them sermons, but I was like, "What are you writing down?" And he was like, "I'm writing down what I'm gonna speak about today." And I was like, "So why do you do that?" And he was like, "I always write down what I'm gonna speak about when it comes to me. How does this relate?" Because I was gonna do a reading today, but I was like, what am I going to do a reading on? I'm just going to wait till it comes to me. And then boom, this lady calls my phone. And because I don't know if anybody knows this, but I have my business number is a 214 number, but it's linked directly to my cell phone. Just like with Empress Hustle University, there's a certain line that's linked to my phone. So I can always keep in contact with you guys. You guys can always keep in contact with me. So when he said what he said, I began to realize that that is something that I had adopted from my dad. I would wait till the message was brought to me. I would either write it down or record it, so I wouldn't forget it, because we can tell ourselves, "Oh, you're going to remember," but I don't always remember what it is I'm going to talk about. And if y'all hear this food in the background, it's me cooking, okay? I ain't ate all day. It's It's 4:27, okay? And I am 4 months pregnant. I am hungry. So if you don't like to hear food cooking, or you got a problem with food cooking, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not hungry. I'm hangry at this point. And when I don't eat, I do get angry. Okay. So another place that I realized was very haunted, even as a child, was LA, because I did grow up in LA. Um, LA is very haunted. When I was a kid, I went to I went back to South America because a lot of my family, like my four times great grandmother, is from
Mhm.
South America. Okay. My a lot of my other family is from Cuba, Haiti. I got people, my Asian side is from Taiwan, China. Like I could, if you've watched my videos on like my shorts, you know, like I've uploaded my ancestry. I haven't done a recent upload because they recently just upgraded my stuff. And then when they did the blood test, to like check and see if I had like preeclampsia or sickle cell and stuff like that for the baby, they
Mhm.
they also found out I have Jewish in my family, and
Mm.
they verified the Hispanic side of me. So not to be funny or nothing, but pretty much everybody in my family, like they didn't care, you know, who they were with. They love who they love, and I do respect that about my family because it has
Mhm.
allowed me to adopt so many different cultures and traditions, but it's also helped me spiritual wise because I can now help people in other cultures. This is part of me traveling to all these different places, to learn culture and spirituality from my family members, to teach me the ways of how to, you know, fight bad things, you know, within magic, you know. But in Colombia, y'all, one of the craziest things that that I saw. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me put my food on. I gotta fry my eggs. Okay, these is eggs out from my chickens. And if you got chickens, let me go ahead and tell you. Once they lay their eggs, you put them directly in the refrigerator. Okay. Once you put them in the refrigerator, your eggs gonna have to sit for a good month for them to taste the best and not have no smell. So if you have your own chickens and your eggs taste funny, it's because them eggs not ready yet. All right. Farmer girl, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. And yes, I'm eating breakfast at 4:30 in the afternoon for the judgmental people. All right. I don't go to sleep till about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I have to start my day off right. I still have to eat that first
Right.
meal. Okay. There's protein in eggs for those who don't know. All right. For those who are
Mhm.
just used to me doing videos, outside of my videos, I'm goofy as hell. That's why my best friend can't stand me because I'm always making her laugh.
Gets on my nerve.
So, but you love me though.
I
Like,
do. I do.
you love me though. Me and my best friend have known each other for what, 9 lifetimes? Like,
Something like that at this point.
yeah. We found out it was like 9 lifetimes, something like that. But um, we both have enemies who tried to like come between us and make us like not be friends. You know, of course they were females. It wasn't a male, but it was definitely females who tried to stop that bond. And we'll get on that in a little bit. But in
Mhm.
Colombia, y'all, like, so my mom who raised me, she has her own yacht, her own boat. So we took her boat from, you know, the States to Colombia. Like, I've always
Mhm.
had a passport and I've always had dual citizenship. A lot of people don't know that, but now you know, right? But we traveled. Obviously, we had to stop, you know, for fuel, things like that. But um, I was so terrified because in between this trip, we ended up seeing whales, and I literally took every life jacket on the whatever
Did you
boat
do?
and duct taped it to my body and tried to jump off. because I'm like, no, they finna tip this thing over. What are we doing? This is too much water to drink. Why are we out here? Now I can't get enough of water. But as a kid, I was terrified. Because when you really out there in the water on a yacht, it's nothing like being on a cruise. A cruise, you kind of like, oh, it's bigger. Them shits drown too, but I was just terrified. So laugh at me if you will. I really don't care because I was scared for my life. And my dad was like, "What are you doing? You gonna kill yourself?" I was like, "It's better than being chewed off by a whale or being stuck in a boat and can't get out." And he was like, "What you think that is? Free Willy? You jump in that water, they gonna kill you. They call killer whales." Okay, well, why couldn't we take a plane? You know, your mama wanted to use her boat, but why? Why we couldn't, sail in a neighborhood? Why we had to just I was a curious kid with questions. Like I wanted answers. So we on this water. Remind you the water changes colors as you know what I'm saying, as you travel to
Mhm,
certain areas. I promise y'all, I seen a boat just as clear as day. I seen people waving on it. And all of a sudden the people disappeared and the boat disappeared. I was like,
mhm.
what the actual fuck?
Oh no.
Then
Yeah.
I saw another boat and a set of boats like army type boats. And there were sailors on them. You could hear them talking. I could hear them talking. Let me put it like that. I could see them in their uniforms. Um
Mhm,
but I could also see them shooting at rival boats, okay, ships,
mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm,
And all of a sudden, that disappeared. So, as a child, I was like, so basically, I'm seeing a war that took place on this water. What that war was for, I have no idea. I don't know if it's recorded in history. I don't know. All I know is what I saw with my two eyes. Upon getting to South America, when I tell you South America, a lot of people say this place is the most haunted. That place is the most haunted. In my opinion, the world is haunted because people have died on numerous places across the land. And then as time goes by, things are built on that land. Most traditionally we hear about things being built on Indian graveyards. Okay,
mhm,
which I hate the term Indian. I hate using that word in that term because I more so like saying native.
right, right.
Um, but especially realizing what my own tribe had to go through and what they had to endure. So it's like a lot of it brings a lot of stress, a lot of misunderstandings because you would think that people would just be able to find some common ground and talk to each other, or not try to take things from one another.
Mhm,
But a lot of this is because people were trying to take what someone else had, which came out in that reading. And this angers the spirits of that land. You know what I'm saying? You take
mhm,
our land and you kill us, where do you think our spirit goes? You think we automatically ascend to heaven or we automatically go to hell? We are this is why they have the term land spirits. This is why they have the term water spirits. People make these videos, but they don't go into what land spirits are, how they become angry in the first place. You know,
right,
if
right.
someone comes into your home and there's a home invasion and they hurt you and you're harmed, your spirit is going to be in that home. Someone else who tries to move in your home, you if you don't leave and go find peace, you're going to turn into an angry spirit. Those are the things that just happen within these situations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? That this is how
Mhm,
these angry spirits are formed and how these things become hunted in the first place. But upon getting to Colombia, I'm waving at people thinking they really there, then people not there, they disappeared. I'm seeing people dressed in older Colombian clothing, and I'm like
Mm,
waving at them, trying to hug them. My arms go straight through them.
mm,
And I felt like it was my ancestors, and maybe their friends welcoming me to the land, like you made it to where you are, which is why I always try to go, like I said, to places where my family is from or where my ancestors were. To other people that may seem dumb, but to me, what I've experienced in going there, the feeling I feel of feeling complete, like I don't think you'll never feel complete until your feet have walked on the grounds that your ancestors have. I feel like you're always supposed to do that. Um which is why going to New Orleans and then turn around living in New Orleans was so important to me because of my ancestor Marie Laveau and many other of my ancestors, who resided there. Hearing their stories, one of my ancestors out of Mississippi, he's famous for being known for making that crossroad deal. But see, a lot of people don't understand crossroad deals are real, and
mhm.
to someone else it may not make sense why that person made that deal or why they sold, out and sold their soul, but for that person it does make sense. So for me, I've just been trying to not judge and retract the steps, but there are a lot of people at the crossroads who when I've been to the crossroads to like give offerings to Papa Legba, um things that I've seen, people have been like, I want my soul back. And I'm like, well, I can't help you. I don't got it. But their spirit is
Mhm.
still there. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy because some of these people made deals not understanding you didn't have 10 years. You didn't have 5 years. Your family got the riches and you got took right there at the crossroads. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of things just, don't pan out. There was a spiritualist that um my mom kept saying, we have to go see her. We have to go see her. And I was like, okay, we're gonna go see her. And I sat down, I drank tea with this lady. I watched this lady do a reading for my mama and all of this stuff. And y'all, why everything disappeared? And I'm like, Mama,
Wait,
I
what?
don't know what you got going on. And my mom like had the
Wait,
weirdest,
what?
the funniest laugh when she would do stuff like that to me. And she was like, well, that was my mambo. And we had to go see her. And she's been passed on for, about 40 years now. And I'm like, okay, but you could have warned me that, the lady was gonna disappear, because why we keep seeing people that, had this,
You good?
that's disappearing. And she was explaining to me that even though these places have been rebuilt or changed or whatever, like these people still live there. But at this place in Colombia where we were, they left that lady stuff just the way it was. And they call her like the ghost priestess. So I was like, that's crazy because,
Mhm.
you know, had I never went, like I wouldn't know, I wouldn't understand. And she took me to places, to find out about and learn about. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating some of my eggs. They're good. Um,
Well, you can't ghost priest me, okay? You
no.
can't ghost
I
priest.
mean, I might have to though. Because what
No,
if you need my help?
I mean, okay. I,
Look, long
all
as you
right.
got my offerings, we good. You don't
Of
have my
course,
offerings,
of
I'm
course.
slamming doors. I'm raising water. I'm flipping the whole table over. Where girl? Now
I
you
got you
know.
coming right now,
Now you
right
knows what
now.
I like.
I know, I know.
Oh,
I got you coming right now.
why no, you supposed to have this ready before.
It's coming. It's right here. It's right here. Relax.
Okay, well I need that first. I need that before you even call my name. I need my food hot. Don't be sitting up there doing a whole bunch of other stuff and then not even having my food hot. And then by the time you summon me, my food all cold. Cause then I'm gonna really feel some type of way too.
Oh, never, never. Piping
Okay.
hot.
All right. Thank you. I got you. I just have me right and taken care of.
Yep,
Okay.
got you covered.
All right. I got you. So. Cause you know my mini me hungry too.
I know. I know.
We
I know.
always hungry, but don't gain nobody
Y'all,
weight.
y'all
Back
always
up.
hungry.
Yeah, you ain't even
Leave
want
the
that.
baby food alone.
You ain't even want that. I got you. I got some tacos for you right over here. Mm-hmm.
Don't touch the baby food now.
Fresh off the press.
Okay?
But yeah, so like a lot of people don't know that, like these things exist. They don't, they don't know the history until they go. Like even in New Orleans, like you can order food at certain restaurants and then you're gonna be like, why my food haven't come? Look, you didn't, whoever you ordered your food with, that was a whole ghost. That wasn't
Mm-hmm.
even, you know, a human living person. That was somebody who lived but has passed on. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And people are like, wow, that's crazy. But a lot of y'all don't know too, especially if you've never been to New Orleans. And I'm definitely praying for my New Orleans family because these recent tragedies, that was to me,
Mm-hmm.
that was just very unnecessary. They
Right,
didn't
right.
have to do them like that because regardless of what people say about New Orleans, the people in New Orleans are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Like if you lost and don't know where you going, a lot of them will literally help you around. 444.
Listen, if I hadn't have found you when I found you, oh, I was going to New Orleans. Help me, please.
But you know what
Help me,
was
please.
crazy? You know what was crazy about all of that? You had asked me when my family called and told me about the attacks. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I went right back to you asking me, should you go to New Orleans? And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, in the spirits, when we did your reading, they said no.
Right, right,
And
right.
I was like, that was why.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew something was gonna happen, but I didn't know what. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right,
Because
right,
I
right.
kept dreaming it, but I didn't know what. And I was like, I'm just finna go to New Orleans for the holidays and see if whatever it is, I can stop it. And when I tell you Marie yelled so loud and said no, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, ma'am.
Oh
Yes,
shit.
ma'am. So I was just like, I'm gonna do a protection ritual and protect as many people as I can. And the crazy
Mm-hmm.
thing about that was you can you can do you they could have done so much more. You see what I'm
Right,
saying? Where
right,
it
right,
was
right,
more
right,
people
right.
who was gone because you do know these are groups that's known for like blowing stuff up because look what happened at the Trump Tower when they blew when they
Right,
blew the
right,
truck
right.
up. But a whole bunch of people didn't perish. You see what I'm saying? So
Right,
I
right,
was
right,
like,
right.
I was like, I really don't want to say nothing because a lot of people get in the comments and then they be like, oh, you just jumping on the bandwagon, or oh, you just saying this, or you just saying that. Like, no, I'm telling you really what happened, and I'm not about to argue with you about my spiritual ability or capability. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like,
right.
my spiritual team told me something was up. I hit my knees and started praying. You
That
know,
part.
I went to the church and lit over 100 candles because I wanted to protect people from what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And that's not all that's gonna happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's not all that's gonna happen. They gonna do stuff in intervals. You know, but I'm gonna keep trying to protect people because that's all I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
I
right.
protect even the non-believers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't leave no one out. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
right,
I try
right.
to help in every area that I actually can help in. Look at you. You can't even wait for the taco. You just like you what not you got your hand out. Girl, they on your okay. They on your taco. Not you want tomatoes in your hand too.
There's
So yeah,
tomatoes
like
now.
go ahead and get your plate. You welcome, baby. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. So yeah, like it's so many areas, and like we already at like 30 minutes recording, but if um if y'all want me to do like a part two or something, like just let me know, because these areas, when I tell you, they be so haunted. Like y'all gotta be careful for real, because you can go down a road that was hunted, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
you can meet your fate, I'm telling you, on that road, because somebody unalived
You know, I
themselves,
know.
you know? You can tell them some stories if you want to about your hunted experiences while I make my plate.
Okay, so me and my client, I drive people around, take them places and things. So, we were going on back road, country road. There's not a store for miles, and it's pretty late, about one something in the morning, and um, we're just driving down the road, smoking, doing what we do. And then all of a sudden we just hit something in the road. Something ran across the road and we hit it. The car, jolted or whatever. And we got out and we didn't see nobody. It was just all we saw was a white figure. The person wasn't white, the person was black,
Mhm.
but the figure was white, like they had on white clothes. And if you know, you know.
Right.
Um, but we got out and we didn't see anything. There was no fragment of the shirt, like he might have gotten caught or anything. No blood, no nothing. So, and we were right across from a church and a graveyard or cemetery.
Mhm.
And so, with that being said, being that it's one high time, working time, and things, it's obvious that that person wasn't here on this earth physically, but
Right.
they were here.
Right.
And
Right.
that it was just it's like the first ghost, like spirit ghost encounter, like that I could see from my own two eyes, not just
Right.
a smell or something you hear, but I could see it with my own two eyes, and it was just weird, weird, weird. It was cool, but it was weird.
It's crazy because it's like if you smoke, like, cuz before I got pregnant I smoked weed. And you tell people stuff and they be like, just the weed. No.
Nah, we both saw it.
Like, so how we both see it and
We
that ain't
both
what it
saw it.
was. Like, and you got another story? Cause I got one I could hit you with like right now.
Go for it.
So my mama and my dad, I told you about the yacht, and they used to like fish, do deep sea fishing, all of that. Girl, why one time we was on we was on the water, okay? We
Hmm.
was on the water and we seen this couple, okay? And this is in Haiti. Okay, y'all? So this is a Haitian story. We in Haiti, and y'all, why I see a spirit come out the water and pull this couple into this water.
Oh hell no. Oh no.
So I told my parents, and when I told my parents, because my mom was like below deck. I don't know what she was doing, but she was doing something. Um, and my dad, he didn't have the view that I had. So They could even, my mama yelled, "You can still see the bubbles. You can still see the bubbles." My dad jumped in the water to try to go save these people. My mom got on the radio, okay, to try to call
Mhm.
for help.
Mhm. Mhm.
Why my dad turn around and look at my mom in a look that I have never seen before, and the spirit raised out the water and said, "No, these souls are mine." And my dad got out that water.
Oh shit. Oh. Oh
And my
shit.
mom said, while this was taking place, she had a vision. Okay. Because I don't know if y'all
Mhm.
know this, but our people have been taken from all over. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, contrary to the story that many of you may have been told, that um, us melanated people just came from Africa and were taken to the States, that is not
Mhm.
true. Um, there were already melanated people in the States. Um,
Right. Right.
they're called Aboriginals. Do
Mhm.
do your
Mhm.
history. Um, and the comments are gonna be off because this is not a debate. I'm not gonna debate my spirituality and what I've seen with
Mhm.
anybody. But what's crazy is when my mom told me that, my mom had, like, you know how you get goosebumps? She had
Mhm.
goosebumps, but y'all, she also um was just like shook because when my dad got back on the boat, there was a handprint on his shoulder. And he was like, we're gonna have to wait till them people come because I'm not getting my ass back in that water. And somebody else on the boat was like laughing, and I'm like, dead ass, I'm definitely not finna get back in that water because apparently that was an angry water spirit. You get
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? And that spirit wasn't trying to have that. Another time
Mhm.
we were at the reservation, and so, like, I don't know if you guys know, but there's this thing, like, in in our Haiti culture, and in our Aboriginal native culture, you don't go
Mhm.
outside at night. Okay, if you
Mhm.
do go
Mhm.
outside at night, you don't see nothing, you ain't hear nothing, nothing.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
you don't talk to nothing, you don't stop for nothing. You keep going to where you going. You tread lightly, but you
Mhm.
tread. Okay,
Right. Right.
you
Right.
don't turn around and look at nothing. You get to the place you need to get, and that's it. Okay, so
Mhm.
this particular story was just even crazier because they were walking they were we some of us were like walking back because we were like grabbing some food, and like they do like the whole campfire thing where
Mhm.
they tell
Mhm.
stories. So as
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
chief is telling stories, I start seeing the people in the story, like
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
people who had passed away on the land in the story. And when I tell you that they looked it very upset, they looked it like they were ready to do harm to something, because what had happened to them, how they died. Like, imagine passing away because you're trying to protect your home, trying to protect your land, you're trying to protect your people, your children. That's enough to make
Right. Right.
anyone
Right.
angry, you know.
Right. Right.
Um
Right.
that's why I say you have to watch out where you're going. Okay. um we would see things with red eyes in the woods. um we would hear mimics, and mimics are things that mock sounds of others. So, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you hear somebody calling your name, you're never supposed to say, like, yes, what is it? You're supposed to go walk up to that person and ask them, did they call you? But you're never supposed to respond to it, okay? Because you could be dealing with a mimic. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just telling you, like, the actual factual of what can necessarily happen when you're dealing with these things. You know what I'm saying? Especially ghosts, or angry spirits, you know what I'm saying? Or things that are even that you don't even know about, like dwindles or however you say it. But there are these little
Mhm.
things that emulate children's voices, and you normally see them in the woods, and a lot of people love to go in the woods, a lot of people love to camp. And what's crazy is about that is no one ever takes protection when they go in the woods, which is crazy to me because we take protection wherever we go you know
Mhm. Mhm.
so it's like, how are you doing that and not protecting yourselves? But these things will, like, if and there's stories of this where people have been taken away for like years, like by the time they come back they found out, they think they've been gone about 20 minutes or an hour, and they've been gone for years. you know
Mhm.
People thought they
Mhm.
were missing. They were gone for years. Like, it's people who've been in the water who have said that they've been taken by mermaids, and come to find out they've been gone 7-8 years, but it felt like 10-20 minutes to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
always have to be careful because these spirits are literally everywhere, the land, the air. Like, a lot of people don't understand why planes crash. And I'm not saying that I have the remedy to everything, but I personally believe planes crash because look at all the war that has happened in the
Mhm.
air. And I believe that has brought other planes to crash. Look at all the air spirits. You got air spirits, water spirits, fire spirits. Look at the people who've died by fire. You could literally have a home or a business or a grocery store built on a place where a witch was burned or a person was burned. And this causes a very massive energy, which again goes back to why I was saying people should stay out of Massachusetts, because keep in mind, so many people were unalive there. And
Right.
these were witches, and a lot of these witches were witches who had made pacts, allegedly, with the devil. So if they had made those type of pacts with the devil, you have to know that their energy was very strong, because they were taking on his energy too.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then they go and build a massive Ouija board, and everybody's like, oh, I want to go to what is wrong with you mentally?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You
Mm-mm.
should be running away, not running to it. You should be running away. What is wrong? Anybody who asks you to go is not your friend. They're not. You have to be spiritually prepared to go to these places. Like, you have to
Mhm.
have your head wrapped. Okay?
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't understand the importance of having your head wrapped. The importance of having your head wrapped is so that spirits cannot get in and contract your mind. How many of you listening right now, whenever you see this video, today, a week from today, a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years from today, whatever it is, um if the world is still going on, you know what I'm saying? How many of you have had these bad thoughts in your head and you didn't know why you had them in your head? You've went to an
Mhm.
unclean place, and you've received some sort of attachment. These things can attach to you when your head is wrapped. This is why people wear white. You know what I'm saying? A spiritualist wear white when we go into certain areas. We have our mojo bags on us for protection, our amulets, our talismans, because these are wards of protection. Some people will say, well, I don't need nothing but Jesus Christ. Okay, but let me tell you something about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, God, the creator, the most high divine, they have put angels and people in place, beings, other
Mhm.
spiritual beings in place to deliver these messages to you so you can know how to protect yourself against evil. But so many
Mhm.
people are focused on not being the one that's the one who's able to deliver the message, that they attack the person delivering the message. I did this grandma video, y'all, and I believe that that video has like 35,000, 37,000 actually, 37,000 views.
Oh shit.
This was a
Mhm.
channeling that I received from people's grandmothers. Somebody
Mhm.
commented, this ain't nothing but the devil. Don't listen to that. If you go buy this book, then what she's saying, you would realize you don't even need readers. Look, To each is his own. If the divine give me a message, baby, I'm delivering that message. I'm not finna
That's right.
withhold that message
That part.
because my energy is unmatched when it comes to the divine. I'm not finna play with him or her. I don't want that smoke. So I'm gonna deliver
That
whatever
part.
message comes to me. And today, I waited clearly for the messages to come to me. And then when this lady came to me and, had this spiritual 911 situation going on, and then talking about that, it was like, yo, you got to tell people how hunted these places really is, because how many of you have traveled somewhere and then you come home and now all of a sudden you got all this bad luck, or somebody's
Mm,
not acting the way that they were acting before you left, now all of a sudden they're acting different, and you may have bypassed it at first, but then you like, hold on, wait, something really not right.
mhm.
Why is this
Mhm.
person acting like this? Why did my car hit something but there's no one there? Who can explain this to me? You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
The unexplainable be so real for spiritual people, because everyone is not going to see what you see. When people say they were abducted by aliens, I believe that. I believe in aliens.
Mhm.
I believe in
Yeah.
everything that they tell us that is a myth. I believe in everything that they tell us not to believe in.
Mhm.
Just
Mhm.
like I believe Jesus was crucified because of his gifts. He was literally healing people. If he was
Mhm.
healing people, why would you crucify him? Because you deem him as a witch or something bad? He's the son of God. Duh. He's gonna have some fucking abilities.
Hello.
Why would you kill him like that? And then what pisses me off about the whole Jesus thing is that, why were y'all sitting there on the sidelines crying? It was more of y'all than it was of the bad folks. Wh-
Right.
I couldn't have been there. I would have took
Mm-mm.
a arrow, a spear. If
Something.
I say I love
Mm.
you, I'm gonna stand up for you and I'm going to fight. And
Hello.
this is why I believe a lot of us are chosen, because we have proven time. Look at you come walking in here like, yes, child, yes. Preach it, preach it. Me and Brittany doing a recording for YouTube. Yeah, you got something you want to say? Yeah,
I'm
that's kind of the
crying.
story of our life. We can't go to sleep, so we be up on the game. I fell asleep in the lobby on GTA because I was just I I ain't gonna even explain what happened, but yeah. But you don't have nothing spiritual to say? Oh yeah, you did just wake up. Cause I asked you to cook me some rice and you went to sleep. Yeah, he said you went to sleep while you was playing the game. It's okay. But all my kids, like, they see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my kids have spiritual abilities, and you guys kids have spiritual abilities. So it's important, like, when your kids tell you, "Hey, mommy, I saw something. Daddy, I saw something." Believe them. Just cuz you can't see it don't mean it don't exist. Like, I
Right.
need some of y'all to get out of your ego, because a lot of people in this world, they speak from their ego. You have to learn how to humble yourself and realize that you don't run shit. People used to tell me, like, it was this group that I knew, y'all, back in 2017, 2019, 2018, until I cut their asses off in 2017. No, in 2020. They used to tell me stuff like, you just do whatever the spirits tell you to do. You just do whatever your ancestors tell you to do. You just do whatever the divine tell you to do. You have to do what you want to do. Excuse me. Um my ancestors are the reason why I have trickled down and I'm here. Okay?
Right.
The divine is the reason why I'm alive. Okay? The
Okay.
angels are the reason, you know what I'm saying? Every spiritual being has a purpose of why I'm here and able to do what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to disrespect them. I've heard people say F their ancestors. My ancestors can't tell me what to do. And you wonder why you living in a hotel, having lived to pillar to post,
Hmm.
and you can't have nothing.
Mm.
because you're being disrespectful towards these spirits. With now the spirit, people be like, oh, so if the spirits tell you to kill somebody, you gonna do it. Now obviously they ain't gonna say nothing like that, so just be logical, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I say, when the spirits tell me what I need to do, I do it. Even when it comes to y'all magic, they be like, you need to do her ritual like this and this. Like, a lot of people don't know, before I even found out I was pregnant, my Haitian baby, who I love all my ancestors. But when I tell you, baby, my Haitian ancestors showed up for me and showed out. I fell asleep. This is early pregnancy. Didn't even know I was pregnant. And I could literally be playing the game, doing homework, anything, and I fall asleep but didn't know I was asleep. So I fell asleep and I wake up and I immediately knew I was in Haiti. And my ancestors is talking to me, they telling me these things, and we walk into this building, to this like
Mhm.
sanctuary building, cave like thing. And we pass this cave, and this man is like shouting out some stuff while writing of a vase and stuff on the ground. And I'm
Mhm.
like, and if you listen to the Berakis of your ancestors, or the
Mhm.
Berakis of your elders, then, which that's called stories. If
Mhm.
you listen to their stories, you'll know, like, hey, these things really did happen, these things really exist, these situations exist. So I was real curious about what the man was doing, but the lady ancestor was talking to me, so I kept walking. And I was like, why am I here? And she was like, you're gonna find out soon. And she was like, but we do want you to know, like, we're very pleased with you. We're very pleased with everything that you've done. You've done everything the right way, and now you're gonna be rewarded. And I was like, oh girl, what's the reward? You know, like, what we finna do? I was really, really crunk. And she was like, it's just everything about you, everything that you've been doing. Like, you've literally been partaking in all of your culture. You haven't just one-sided your culture. You've everything that's in
Mhm.
you, you've just been moving forward, trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to learn about it. You've humbled yourself, to us, even, to make yourself open to understanding and knowledge, and we love that. You're giving these messages, to the collective, the messages that we want you to give out. You know, there are people who are
Mhm.
our friends, whose ancestors are around us, who passed away, who have messages for them, and you have been relaying those messages just like we wanted you to relay them. And now, you know, you're, for your faith, for your dedication, for your commitment, um you've passed, you know what I'm saying, and you're ready to
Mhm.
ascend to the next level. So we get to this sanctuary, and we're keeping in mind, everybody got on white, you know, everybody's head wrapped, everything.
Mhm. Mhm.
um and my ancestors put me in this big old bath. You know how like the ancient baths was, it was like the concrete bath inside of the ground, the
Mhm.
stone bath
Mhm.
inside of the ground. So they
Mhm.
begin to bathe me, and they begin to say words over me, which I'm not gonna say. I do remember every word, but I'm not gonna say it. um
Mhm.
I'm not gonna tell every part of this because it's sacred. And when I tell you the way that they cleanse my body and everything, and I was like, what the hell, you know, in my mind, because I'm
Mhm.
it's like
Mhm.
I'm lucid to knowing what's happening. And it dawned on me, I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, I'm pregnant. And the lady looked at me and smiled, and she was like, yes, you are. And I was like,
Mhm.
is it one baby, is it two babies? And she put her hand over her mouth, and she was like, no, we're not gonna discuss how many it is, because you can't even know. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, and she was like, but you'll be surprised, the area where you got pregnant. Now keep in mind, I've done a video on YouTube where I said that I got pregnant from the left side, and the doctors told me that there was no chance in
Mhm.
heaven or hell that I would get pregnant on the left side, and that's the side
Mhm.
I got pregnant on. So
Mhm.
that's why I said I want to share my journey, because so many great things have happened to me by listening
Okay.
to the
I'm about to
spirit.
cry.
Don't, please don't cry.
I'm about to cry.
But
Oh, jeez.
it's just like for women and men who've never had hope, like I have to share that story. I could not be quiet. I didn't want to say nothing to nobody, but I was like, I love YouTube and YouTube love me, so I'm gonna
Mhm,
share this with them. But I didn't share it with everybody because I knew everybody wouldn't be happy, you know. But
mhm, mhm,
it's been such an amazing process, and I'm telling y'all, this is like such a miracle baby because when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, should I keep doing the readings, the channelings, and channeling people's ancestors, because sometimes the spirits do, they are upset,
mhm,
which we've already
mhm,
discussed, about things being hunted, the land that we have, a lot of people call it hunted. um
mhm,
but you know, the baby, I heard one of, I don't know how many in there, I still don't know, I still don't want to know, but
mhm,
I heard a baby say, mommy, you have to keep doing. Whew.
mhm. I know,
Oh
I know.
shit. Okay. Okay. The baby was like, you have to keep doing the videos because the people need the message. And I was like, oh my God, my baby is talking to me. Like, what the fuck? You know?
Oh my God.
Like it threw me completely off. Like I promise, it threw me completely off because I was like, bro, I didn't know that that was possible up until this point. So like when I get when I get the
Mhm,
comments, when I get the comments that I get on YouTube, like I just delete them. You know, like some of them I just delete because it's like you don't even know how many people have reached out to me crying and thanking me for doing them readings anyway.
right,
Like
right,
to see how these people died. You get what I'm saying?
right, right,
Like
right,
it
right,
takes so much to even be able to do them readings because I can feel people emotions. And when them people be like, I needed this, or crying real tears, like I understand completely where you're coming from because you don't know two shits about me, and here I am telling you something from your ancestor and how powerful that really, really is. You get what I'm saying? To talk to a spirit
right,
who
right, right,
needs to relay this message, like girls who and men who people are
right, right,
looking
right,
for, children who've been shot, men, women who've been shot. Like the stuff I see is crazy. Like you have to be strong as hell to be able to do
mhm,
what I do. Like that's why in my videos, if they listen, I'll be like, okay, look, y'all, I'm gonna try to do this without crying. I have to mentally prepare myself to do
mhm,
these videos because there are even certain people who show up in the videos over and over again. Like when I'm channeling, like it's this one girl named Melody. Um I think she died in a car crash or something like that. And she is so pissed
mhm,
about dying in a car crash because of a drunk driver. And seeing how her body looked is crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like
right, right,
your
right,
actions can really affect people, and people think like, oh, you do this for fame, or you do this, or you just somebody said don't play with my grandma like that. Girl, you don't even know me in real life. I'm really like that. I will lay your ass out. Like don't even come for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to help other people. Why would I
right,
play with something like that?
right,
Why would I lie about something like that? Like that's why I say some people speak from a place of ego where they don't understand what YouTubers are even going through or what they have to face. Like this whole world is hunted. It don't matter where you
mhm,
go. It don't matter where you live.
Right.
I guarantee you somebody died where you lay your head at night. And that's not
Mhm.
posted in the ad for the house.
It's
Which
not.
is why people say you better cleanse that house before you move in. You better open up the windows and doors and use
Mhm.
that Vesta powder and Palo Santo and
Mhm.
sage, because yes, it's that serious. Why do you
Right.
think your kids come in the room at night crying, "Mommy, it's a monster"? Girl, shut your ass up. Go in your room. Really? That's how you speak to your child? You know how many women watch my channel who want to have a child that you're sitting up here talking to like that?
Hello.
Like,
Hello.
that ego is real. Those demonic spirits are real, because how can you even talk to your child like that? I've dismissed clients. I don't like how you talk to your kids. I can't work with you.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
don't want your money. I don't need your money. I don't ask for donations. I do everything I do on YouTube is free.
Mhm.
I literally dedicate my time, my energy, because I know YouTube is a platform where people are looking for answers, where you can give answers that are needed, you know? So I relay my messages there, and hell yeah, I feel some type of way. Some people, they talk about me because I laugh through the videos, but sometimes you got to laugh
You
to
have
keep from
to.
crying, because the shit we
Mhm.
see is real. So hell
Mhm.
yeah, I play Call of Duty after I'm done doing readings. Hell yeah, I play Fortnite, GTA. If you on PlayStation, hit me
Mhm.
up.
Mhm.
Shit.
Mhm.
Like, hit me up. My gamer tag is Duchess Cosmic as fuck. When I go to um different countries, I'm playing the game because it keeps me level, it keeps me focused. Like, a lot of
Mhm.
women are like, he always on the game. Y'all don't understand what a game does for a man. Now, if a man don't want to work and he just want to sit on the game, I completely can understand you being mad. Same thing with a woman. I understand and understand, but it does help you focus. I'm trying to make sure my eyelashes not coming off. um it does help you focus, because you get to release stress and tension. And I'm not trying to speak for
Mhm.
everybody, but everybody has went through so much in this world. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You need a release, whether it be playing the game, working out, watching a YouTube video while cleaning up, whatever your release is. Like, people
Mhm.
need that, because it's just so much going on in this world, and it's so many spirits around. People don't even understand, or overstand. Half the time you're an empath and you're feeling the energy of
Mhm.
the spirits that are around you, which is why I wanted to do this video in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
And then people are becoming newly spirits every fucking day. It's too much.
right, that's all I'm saying. Not even understanding where they are.
Exactly.
I've done channelings where the people, why am I here? I don't know, but you passed on. Don't even know they dead. That's
Mm,
so
mm,
that's
mm,
so sad,
mm,
and it's
mm, mm,
draining too. Like, that's why I
mm,
don't do
mm, mm.
channelings a lot. I
Yeah.
do more
Yeah.
tarot reading, tarot through channeling. You know what I'm saying? Than I do
Mhm.
just straight channeling, because it take a lot to do them channeling. So I be even trying not to make them recordings long, because people just really don't understand. Like, y'all, this is really what people going through right now. Like, are y'all not even understanding, bro? Like, some people be thinking you be having an attitude whole time you grieving. Some
Mhm.
people think you being
Mhm.
funny whole time you going through something you can't tell nobody about. you know
Right.
like, this, it be bigger than people even be understanding or knowing. Like, that's why I say, like, I'm grateful, because when I had my tubes tied, I did not feel like no woman. But my mom, who
Mm.
raised me, was not here to tell me not to do that stupid ass shit. Tying my tubes damn near killed me. And
Mhm.
what's crazy is, the witches, and it's witches in my own family, y'all. Past life enemies, all that. Witches in my own family were congratulating a girl who called herself my friend. That bitch watches my YouTube channel still to this day because she miserable. Okay, she watches my every move. Okay, just as well as y'all enemies come out in my readings, my enemies come out too, and we gonna continue to expose they miserable demonic
That
asses
part. That
because
part.
we shed light, and we're gonna shed light on all the darkness.
That
Okay,
part.
because as long as we stay balanced in our light and our
Hmm.
dark, we good. Ain't nothing finna stop the chosen ones.
Not at all.
That's why we able to go through, cry, and stand right back up strong and go through what we
Hmm.
go through. Can't nobody go through what we go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a message don't nobody need to miss. Because when I tell you it's powerful, it's so powerful. Like the way the spirits have touched my life, the way they have protected me from evil. These people wish death on me. They wish car crashes on me. They wish death on my whole family, baby. We still alive and kicking it. No
That
wrecks.
part. Hmm.
Oh, girl told me, well, I'm glad you had a miscarriage. YouTube, do y'all remember when I posted about my miscarriage on YouTube? Oh, girl told me she was
Hmm.
glad I had a miscarriage because she didn't have her babies yet and her life wasn't together. Cause she lost her babies. Y'all, she didn't lose her baby. She had an abortion. An abortion and a miscarriage are two different things, like I told
Hmm.
her.
Hmm.
You could have went
Hmm.
on and had them babies and y'all could have worked things out. If he would have been upset, then that was just him being upset and he could have understood later if he loved you like you claim he loved you.
Right.
Okay? Let's be real. But
Hmm.
you telling somebody that you call your friend and you know who you is, you
Hmm.
sour as fuck to tell somebody that you glad they had an abortion. Who the fuck is glad that they friend had an abortion?
Who the
Bitch, you've
fuck is
never been my
this right
friend.
there?
And I've knew you wasn't my friend from day one. You know how I know that? Because before you even came to me on Facebook, I had dreams that your ass was coming. And you was the same so-called friend that set me up in the past, told everybody I was a witch, and you got me killed, and my husband and the rest of my family slaughtered all of y'all. When I tell you I done been in this life more than once and my
Hmm.
enemies always try to stop me, but they can't.
I know.
If you look at my lineage witch chronicles, Yamaya, Oshan, Oya, Marie Laveau told me they can try to kill you as many times as they want to, but you gonna come back every single time. You can't stop what's divinely appointed and anointed.
Hello.
Y'all, my enemies wonder how was she able to drink Baron Samedi rum with the 21 Scotch bonnet peppers in it and survive because he told me to. You know why other
Hmm.
people don't survive? Because they do that shit just cuz. Baron somebody told me to. That was my sacrifice. Baby, my soul is well intact. I've never sold my soul and I'm
Hmm.
never going to sell my soul, regardless of what you tell yourself. How does she have so much power? How does she have this? How was Jesus able to do anything that Jesus did?
Hmm.
Because he
The
had the
Father
power of
knowledge.
his Father.
Hmm.
Y'all don't pay attention. It don't make no sense to go to church all them years and not pay attention. It don't make no sense to be saying how good you are in your craft and not pay attention. Baby, you can't bend, break, or fumble what the divine done put there. Cause at the
Hmm.
end of the day, whatever you do, it's on you.
That
So
part.
whatever situation you landfall in life, that's on you too. So when your life going messed up and your teeth falling out your mouth because you posted that on Facebook, I don't know how many times, that's your fault for
Hmm.
not keeping God chosen ones out your damn mouth. Just because somebody cut you off, just because somebody don't want to talk to you, don't mean they doing work on you. They doing work on they self and getting away from dark ass people like you.
Hmm.
I wouldn't waste a red nickel. I don't care if I went into my aunt's botanica or anybody botanica and they gave me shit to hex all my enemies for free, I still wouldn't put the time and energy into hexing their ass for free. I
Mm-mm.
make my own products and ain't finna use none of my products to hex none of them because you're not that important to me.
Not that, not even a little bit.
People think they can hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't stop my love. My mambo told me this a long time ago before I met my husband. And she was like, "Ooh, ooh, but they can't stop your love, baby. They can't stop you, baby. You just keep on coming and coming in cuz I'm not going nowhere."
Hello.
People don't understand that. And for everybody who got their head down cuz you going through something right now, hold your head up. You not hanging. Hold your head up. Our
Hello.
ancestors went through enough. I don't care what color you are. I got every race in me. I am not racist. You know what I'm saying? I got every
Mm-hmm.
race in me.
You do.
And I feel, shut up. I feel like that's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be racist. So I will understand other races and why they do the
Mm-hmm.
things they do. There is a such thing as forgiveness, but forgiveness, as I keep saying, forgiveness don't mean reconnection.
Right.
Cause a lot of my enemies want to reconnect with me. How about you pay me my money you owe me?
And leave it at that.
Cause we ain't got nothing to discuss. And we can't be friends. I can't be friends with nobody who sit up here and want to hex innocent people and want to hex me. And I ain't done nothing to you but try to help you. You know? That's just how it is. This is why I say y'all gotta watch who you call your friend. Cause a lot of these people say that they your friend, but they really your enemy in disguise and you not even knowing. You
Mm-hmm.
taking your enemy everywhere you go, not even knowing. That's not your friend, that's your enemy. So you just gotta be careful. Like each and every one of you who hear this, y'all gotta be careful. I hope this video helped y'all. See y'all in the next one.